You're now rocking with Tay Real, and welcome to another segment of Real Life. Today, I got some really great topics, and I got a couple of special guests. I'd like to welcome to the show Kiki and my man Smug. What's good with y'all?
So, not much chilling.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's put some volume on y'all real quick. All right. Y'all with me?
I'm with
All right. So we got a bunch of topics today, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the clocks rolling. All right, let's get it. All right. So the first topic is one night stands.
All right, Daryl, you going first.
So, one night stands, I don't do one night stands, but if I ever get into a situation where I am going to do a one night stand, then, like, shorty, I'm just going to look at it like she some kind of bird or something. 'Cause, you know, you can't really respect, it's not even about respect, really, because it's a one night stand, but, like, shorty going to already be starting off on the wrong foot.
Wow. I feel like one night stands are nasty, so I feel like y'all both is birds, and I feel like that's just nasty.com. So I feel like you shouldn't have a pig, so you're a bird as well.
And basically, I mean, my whole thing with one night stands is, for me, like, I actually made a song about that. Basically, but how I feel about one night stands is, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, everybody ain't ready to settle down. Everybody ain't ready for a full-on commitment. And sometimes you got, you know what I'm saying, test the borders. And if it end up being whack, then why you gonna want to keep dealing with that person? So it seemed like a lot of people on the outside looking in is quick to judge, but the same ones are sitting there saying, well, that's not cool, you a freak, or you a dog, and you this and that, and you ain't no good because you doing a one-night stand. They done had multiple one-night stands throughout their life too. So it's just one of those things to me, like, people are so quick to judge. Like, we look at one night stands as something that's bad, it's terrible because you're not supposed to do it. But who's to say that that's right or wrong? Because how you gonna know what's what unless you try it out? But if it ain't right for you, all right, like you, Kiki, if you let a dude hit right and it's whack, are you gonna still want to deal with him on that level? It's really, really whack. I mean, just straight garbage.
Okay, but if he has a nice personality, then
you'll work with him?
Yeah.
You saying, all right, so if it's like to the point where it's like, if you deal with this nigga, you just know straight up you are never going to nut. Like, you just not going to get no nut. And that's just all it is to it. The nigga cool is all outdoors, but you will not get a nut dealing with this nigga. That's just something you got to deal with. Are you okay with accepting that? He can't make you nut off of head, off of sex, off of anything.
Look, hold on. I got something to say to that. All right, you talking about getting her to nut and all that other shit, but the thing is, if it's a one night stand, then it don't even matter if she get off. What matters is that you get your nut off. It don't matter how she feel or what it is, because all you trying to do is get it in. It's a one night stand. Like, it's not like you trying to deal with shorty afterwards. That's the whole reason why it's a one night stand.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, and that's a good point. But what I was saying is like this, like, cause some people feel like they don't really plan one night stands, but after they do it and it ain't good, they don't want to deal with that person no more. So that still turns into a one night stand, even though it wasn't planned that way.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Now go ahead, Kiki. We the ladies waiting to hear from you. You gotta represent for the ladies.
So, have y'all ever had a one night stand?
Huh?
Have y'all ever had a one night stand?
Oh, I mean, I did. I didn't had a number of ones. I didn't even go in front. I didn't had some one night stands. What about you, Smug?
I think I already from the jump. I don't even fuck with one night stands.
Yeah, you did say you don't. So every chick you dealt with, you
have to be respect. You have to respect yourself. It's all about morals and ethics. At the end of the day, if you just try and get it in real quick, I mean, that's a little thirsty.
So
that's my opinion. We call that thirsty.
So Kiki, you don't do one night stands neither.
Nope.
Never have.
Nope.
So all the sex that you've had has always been great. Like, you never had whack sex before.
That's not the point. You got a one night stand and it's whack.
But have you ever had some garbage sex before?
Yeah.
Yeah? You said yeah?
Yeah.
So what do you do in that instance when it was whack? You just keep doing it to him?
But you gotta go through the pineapple phase.
Huh?
You gotta have the pineapple laws.
And what that supposed to mean?
You don't watch Kevin Hart?
I do. I ain't see the most recent one, but go ahead. Say,
Explain it.
yeah, break it down.
When you're having sex and you don't like it, you don't want to say stop because it can ruin the mood, so you yell out pineapple. So it's kind of like a signal, but it's not, it don't ruin everything. So he just tries something different or just stop.
I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Well, I don't watch Kevin Hart smug.
Clearly, I don't.
Huh?
She talking about some shit where you say pineapple and something. I don't know, like.
If my man Kevin Hart said it, I support it because that nigga dumb funny. I ain't see his most recent one though, but that's off the topic. The basically
One night.
y'all make it sound like it's so horrible. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like I don't see
Yo,
where, I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, you know, I mean, each their own. To each their own. But go ahead.
You said it's okay if you ain't really trying to settle down with nobody, but if you dealing with a female and you get to the point where like, all right, I think I kind of fuck with shorty, and y'all have some type of discussion, and she like, oh, have you ever had a one night stand? And you like, yeah, I had a couple. And then you ask her the same thing, and she like, oh, give you some type of bullshit ass answer. You ain't gonna want to settle down with shorty, even though they say you're not supposed to look at somebody because of their past and all that other shit. I think that's bullshit because
I think the problem with our community is that we need to reinforce morals. Period. That's not cute. It's just not cute.
You sound like you totally against it, Kiki.
I'm not totally against it, but I think it's an issue.
Think it's an issue?
Yeah, unless you went to that.
And then what if shorty get pregnant? Well, then what?
I mean, a one night stand is
you got a
this.
little baby running around. You don't even know.
And then shorty could be a original dummy. The bitch could have so many motherfucking issues, and then you stuck with the bitch because she's pregnant.
And see, that's why a lot of times it turns into one night stands, because a lot of times a person don't want to deal with that person on no other type level. And let's say she get pregnant, and dude might feel like, well, I mean, I ain't with all this, you know, so I'm out.
Thing that's gonna pop in his head. That ain't my baby.
Yeah, you know, and she gave it out the first night. You might have met her at the club, took her home. 3 days later, she called you talking about, well, not 3 days, maybe like a week and a half later, she called you back talking about, I think I'm pregnant, I've been throwing up, and da-da-da. And it's like, you know, damn, shorty, I don't even hardly know your name. I took you home from the club that night, we got it in, and I ain't even talked to you no more till this day. You know, we exchanged numbers, but I ain't talked to you no more since this day, you feel me?
Don't give her your number.
Oh, my God.
All right, so... All right, that sound, that y'all heard that sound, that means the topic is over, and we are on to the next one.